And I have all these videos. Like, I vlog my life, and I was editing it just today, and I showed him the video just today of us in France. I worked so hard on these videos that he's in them. And these pictures I wanted to post from last year when we did our camping trip all around BC. And like, I just want to be back in those moments. Okay. It's June 5th, 2023, and Nick and I broke up. Today's my mom's birthday. I didn't plan for this to happen, it just happened. And I knew that, like, eventually that this might happen, but, it's still really sad and it's hard to accept. And I've cried a lot today, and I know that I'm gonna cry for the rest of the night and tomorrow and stuff. I talked about it with my mom, with my brother, with my best friend, with Nick. It's hard. We were together for a year and like 8 months, I want to say. You know, he's been through a lot with me getting sick and everything, and he was there, and it was like a mutual breakup, and I feel a lot of different things. Like, I have obviously feelings of sadness and like regret almost, and like anger, because there's things that I'm like angry at him about. And towards the end, I guess now, of our relationship, I've just been angry, and it wasn't like we weren't seeing each other very much. He's really busy. We're on two completely different paths. And my anger was like, it was coming from a place of, I guess, just like annoyance, and then I had this resentment that was building up. I'm sure there are things that I did or said or whatever that maybe, I don't know, we pushed each other away. We don't really see each other. Sorry, my vacuum is going on in the background. We haven't seen each other a lot lately, and I don't want to explain it like, you know, my side is the right. There's no side. Like, the decision that we came up with was very, very mutual. I know a lot of people say that, but I think this is like one of those instances where it was easier for me because I've been thinking about splitting up with him, just because, or like ending the relationship. I don't want to say like I wanted to split up with him, like I want to end it with him. And that has been really hard to even think about, because I didn't want it to happen. I just had a feeling, not even a feeling, like I knew that this was for the better. I knew that this needed to happen. But it's still like hard, because even when you're thinking about it for a while, you like don't know if it's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, or if it's the right decision. Like today, while we were talking it through, I was like, it just sounds like we're gonna split up. It sounds like we're gonna break up. And I had proposed that kind of. I just said, like, why are we still in a relationship a few days ago? Like, we've been kind of talking about it for the past few days, and then there's been kind of some distance between us for a while, but especially the past few days. And then when we were talking about it, he said, it's up to you. And he said, you know, I can't give you what you need. And I have some things that I'm still like angry about. Like, it's not just that, there's like more to it. But at the end of the day, whether he even knows the real reasons why he doesn't want to be with me or not, and I know the reasons why I think it's better for us to split up, either way it sucks, and either way we were drifting apart. So it doesn't really matter what the reasons are, but we were just like drifting apart, and we have I guess completely different paths. And he's really determined to get his pilot's license, and he even said to me, he goes, that's my priority, which I am okay with. I'm an actress. If a job came up for me, I would take it in a heartbeat. I, you know, would. But it's hard to see. He's given up a lot for me. Or like, he's always been the person that I think of who will give me the world, or give up everything for me, or take a bullet for me. And lately I haven't been feeling that. And I never see him, and I don't even ask much. because we don't ever see each other. But when I do, that one day a week that he has a day off so we can see each other, he just didn't want to do anything with me, and he would go out with his friends, and that bothered me. And there's a bunch of different reasons. That's what has me hurt right now. He's taken such good care of me, and there's a lot that's happened, a lot more that's happened throughout our relationship. And so I have built up resentment that I knew, but I tried to push that away. And, towards the end of our relationship, that started to come up, because then I would get angry about other little things, and I felt like, yeah, he wasn't putting me first. And, he has his reason. I've been feeling this for a while. I just felt like we've been so distant. And he's always put so much into our relationship. I'm gonna be really real. In the beginning of my relationship, and it's like very honeymoon stage, I thought, like, my mom asked the question, like, who loves each other more? Because sometimes you kind of know. And I said, no, we both love each other equally. Like, I think we're both really, really in it. Like, I wouldn't say one over the other. And then after a while into the relationship, I was like, I think I feel it more from him, which I'm okay with, because, I also would hear things like, in order for a relationship to work, the man has to love the woman more. And I was fine with that, knowing that, like, he probably loves me even more than I love him, but I still loved him. And I don't know, like, if I feel that now, and maybe he's lost that for me. And nobody likes breakups, but I think because I initiated it, it was mutual completely, but I initiated it. And in my last high school relationship, but I ended it after high school, I had initiated it. I tried to break up with my high school boyfriend, and he would not let it slide. He did not want to break up. And then we ended up breaking up like a month later or whatever. And even though I really wanted to break up with him, like, I was ready, and I had tried a month before, I still cried about that. I still had an attachment to, like, the companionship of, like, being able to call somebody. Like, that is the hardest part about a breakup, is losing that companion. And the vacuum ended, so now you have no more background noise. I can't believe I'm not crying as much as I thought I would. I think also because I've cried so much today, and I know that when my head hits the pillow, I just won't be able to stop thinking. And obviously, I can't even say it comes in waves. It just, like, hits, because I think about something small. Like, I look up in the sky, I see a plane, I think about him. I look, you see everything that can remind you of a person. But it is, like, being able to talk to somebody, having a best friend, like, it doesn't feel so surreal. And I was telling, everyone around me, like my mom, my best friend, like, I want to be in a relationship. I really, really want to. I feel like I'm not ready to be single. Versus my first ever breakup, I was ready. I was so ready to be on my own, to experience life. Like, I was excited, and I am not. It just hurts. I'm so scared, and I feel like so low. And I've made many videos of me crying to the camera because I'm crying about my acting career and how I haven't gotten anywhere in that. I haven't cried about that in a while because my problems now are, like, I guess so much bigger. Like, I don't have a job, and I'm looking for a job, and I've been sick, and I'm finally getting better, which means I can work, which is exciting. But the struggle is finding a job that can accommodate me, and finding a job as soon as possible, and then, like, losing somebody. It's like, I know if we stayed together, I wouldn't be seeing him. Like, I never see him, but it sucks. It doesn't feel real. And I was telling my mom, even when we were together and we would see each other, I just, like, would get angry sometimes because it felt like something was missing. I wanted more. And I feel like I wasn't getting it. Like, we would do nothing, and I would be so upset because I would want to go out and do things with him, and he didn't want to do anything with me. And he worked a lot. He works a lot. Hang out with other friends till 4:30 in the morning, which I like got mad about, but couldn't give me the same level of like effort, which sometimes it comes to a point where you don't even realize that that's happening. Like, I'm sure I've done that to somebody in one of my relationships, where you don't even realize that you're pulling away or whatever. I'm like hurt by him, and if I look at the past few months and what it's actually been like, and him kind of pulling away, like, it makes me really hurt and mad and sad. And then it was mutual. It was a mutual decision that this is best for our lives, like for him. And he says he's doing this for his pilot's license. I just really hope he ends up getting it, because I feel like he hurt me. And I kept saying, like, I hope it's worth it, you know? Like, I knew that it was coming to an end. It just sucks. Because it's like, I wish it was different. I wish he was there and we did these things, and there's so much I wanted to do with him, and he just never had the time for me. And I have all these videos. I feel so... I look at my life and I feel like there's no light, there's no hope. And it was comfortable having him around. Like, this is really uncomfortable. And I know that happens in breakups a lot. I'm all out of tissues. It gets really uncomfortable. And that's why you stay in a relationship, because it's comfortable. Because you have a companion, you have a best friend, you have somebody to go to with everything, with the same problems. I've said this to my mom and my best friend. Like, you can't really go to your best friend about the same shit you always fucking have problems about. Like, you go to your girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever, and you know that they're always going to be there to listen and support you and comfort you, depending on the partner you're with. Obviously, I'm not saying everyone's so lucky to have a person like that, but you can have a person like that and still, it's not right to be together. But I want that. Like I said, I want a relationship. I feel so scared to be alone. And I don't want a relationship with just anybody. And I do not want to go out looking for something else. I'm like just terrified. I don't even want to look. Oh, Jesus. I don't even want to look at another guy. I can't think of it. I can't even think about that shit. Like, I just feel so hopeless. Like, my life is not what I wanted it to look like. This is like, it's like even bigger than just, obviously this breakup is really hard, but with everything, I just feel so beaten down. The past few years have been so fucking hard. My life just isn't what I wanted it to look like at all, and I don't want to live the life that I want to live, and it just feels like it's not happening for me, and I don't know what the next step is at all. And I'm trying to apply for jobs and work, and I'm still learning how to adapt with my condition, illness. Losing this person is... So, that's what's happening right now. I don't know. Fuck, I don't even know if I'll be posting. I don't know anything. I really hope I can look back on this. Maybe I don't even want to look back on this because it was just too fucking cringy. But I want to know that I'll be in a better place. This sucks. That's all I can say. Okay, I'm gonna go now.